Okay, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today, we are going to get into how to connect Canva to Claude and then create content that is highly engaging and is going to essentially, like down the road, I want to be able to use it to convert, into like an ad and actually bring people to my website and all of that. But for now, we're just going to get into how to create content that will be engaging. And this is going to be an experiment because I have not used this whole setup before. So I'm going to be teaching you how to do it and also doing it for myself and then posting, and we're going to see how well it goes. But today we're just going to get into using AI to be able to create content and bulk create it so that we can then schedule it to just automatically upload, and then we're not having to deal with this whole remembering to post. If you have to work like I do, a regular job, so you don't have time to be constantly remembering, oh, I have to post today. What am I going to post today? This way you can come up with all of the captions, all of the like whatever you're gonna do, and just both do it all in one day, have it scheduled, and then move on with your life. So that is the goal. And let's get into this video. I'm gonna go to, I think I'm gonna start with Claude. Let's start with Claude. Now, there's a bunch of tutorials if you need to know how to set up Claude. If you're, new to using all of these tools, there are plenty of tutorials and explanations on how to set up Claude and all of that. So we're not going to go into setups. What we are going to focus on is creating this content. Okay, so what we're going to go to is customize, and then we're going to go to connectors. What is this we business? Does anybody know why YouTubers say we? Come on now, let's not do that. Okay. Where is, oh, okay, Canva. Let's search Canva, browse connectors. Like I said, this is the first time I'm doing this. We're we are now, I'm talking about we're you and I, we're all learning this together. Okay, so we're gonna go to Canva and we're gonna connect. All right, this is a lot of all right, now we're cooking. Okay, so let's go over here to chats. Let's start a new chat. All right, now we're gonna click this little plus sign here. I'm assuming we're gonna have to say, oh, right, we're gonna have to go to, okay, so it's already selected. Canva is selected right here. So if we say to use Canva, it's going to already have it connected and know how to do that. So this is our assumption. Okay, the goal is I want to be able to at least post maybe 2 times a day for the entire month of June. Today is June 1st, 2026. So let's get into here. Um, okay. I have not thought of a prompt beforehand, so I'm just gonna freestyle right now. Um, I want to create. Let's say bulk create. All right, we're back. Okay, now this is just me sort of just saying things that I'm just happening to think about in this moment. However, usually what I do is I go into Chat GPT and I kind of go back and forth with it, figure out a strategy, and then I tell it to write me the prompt that I then use in Claude. We're gonna move right on to the next step. All right, let's do this prompt and let's see what happens. Now, I have worked with Claude quite a few times up until this point, so it has a lot of already like the information about me and what I like, what I do, what my strategy is, what I'm trying to do. So it's not starting from zero. So if you're starting from zero and it has no context as to who you are, I did have a previous brand guide that I did in Canva. However, I'm gonna have to do a new one because this is a totally different business. Before I was doing like apparel, and it was just a totally different sort of business idea. And now I'm doing digital products and I'm selling to a different type of customer. So yeah, I have to start from scratch, and I probably will do a video on how to build your brand kit. Now, see, it knows it created this because it knows that I like this sort of luxury black and gold type of thing. However, this is not what I wanted. This is not at all what I wanted because it's very sort of it's very sort of like you did not follow my instructions. But also, like I said, I don't have a brand kit, so it's just going off of what we talked about before. And when I've created digital products before, it worked well. Like the way the template looked after I gave it more direction, it looked really good. So I'm seeing a totally different idea now from what it initially gave me. So that's interesting. Huh. I'm not necessarily opposed to maybe this one, but it feels very corporate. This is kind of cool. This looks more unique. It doesn't look, this looks like a corporate brochure. I'm not sure. They don't really feel like my kind of branding. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board and then I will be back with you. Okay, with you. As I mentioned in the previous little 2 seconds ago, that how I should have done it is I should have went into chat, had a little chat, and then had it create a prompt that I then will put into Claude. So let's do that. All right, now again, I'm gonna freestyle this and we're just gonna see where it goes. Okay. Okay, so this is my very basic prompt. And so we are going to see what chat comes up with, and then we will put that prompt into Claude and let's try this again. Okay. See, this is my theory. The AIs know how to speak to each other. So us trying to like I took the prompt engineering course and I have the little certificate and I know how you're supposed to put everything in and give it references and say act like a such and such and blah. But I feel like they know how to speak to each other better than we could ever come up with. And so I love to just have chat create the prompts or the outline and then put that into wherever else I'm going to create and then have it build it that way. Or to even just ask the AI at first to create a prompt and then put that prompt back into a different chat and have it generate whatever it is that you're trying to do. Either way, I feel like chat just comes up with very detailed prompts. I noticed that chats tend to be more detailed. So I usually like creating it in here and it kind of knows like what I like and what I don't like. So it will add in there. And then I like having this. I mean, look how detailed this is. This is a very detailed prompt, especially in comparison to what, you know, I created. So, I mean, look at this. And we're going to go to Claude and we're going to try this again. Okay. All right. We are going to paste that in there. I don't think I have to select. Yeah, as long as it's turned on, I don't have to do that. So use Canva to create the post. And that's all I'm going to say. And then the rest of it is going to be based on this. And we're going to see how this turns out now. Fingers crossed. Now, if this works, I'm going to have so much content. It's going to be beautiful. Because unlike YouTube, these other platforms are a little bit easier to create content. Whereas YouTube takes a lot of like strategy, planning. Wow. Now, just remember the previous posts and how they looked. This is vastly better, but it's also not quite what I was imagining, but it's definitely already better. So I think I'm just gonna have to tweak it a little bit. And I think the images are also what's kind of lackluster, and I'm not really excited about these colors, and the fonts are okay. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, now this is a little bit better. I like this right here. Hmm. Okay, it's working. Okay, we're getting closer. It's feeling still a bit too AI for me, especially something weird going on with this text right here. This is not bad. It looks pretty generic though. Now see, it's asking me here which visual style. Hmm. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna tell it I do not like brown or pink. Use different colors. Now, I haven't come up with my brand kit, so, like I said, it doesn't really know, and neither do I. I used to have a branding and all that information, but this is a totally different client, customer, target audience. So it feels very much like I need to find out who that person is and what they gravitate to as opposed to what I gravitate to. So, okay. Well, I found someone, but I didn't want to waste too much time trying to really find like the specific same exact person that is doing what I want to do and like trying to. So I just found somebody that just has the vibe that I like. And so we're just going to say to Claude, use Janae Naylor as inspiration for the vibe and style of the posts. Just so it has a better idea of what I'm going for as opposed to like this sort of very AI generated stuff. That is not what I want at all. All right, let's see what it comes up with. Now, this is a tutorial on how to do this. However, if it does not work out, I will have to find a different method, or I'll have to just do it all by myself and we'll see how that goes. But I was hoping to at least get like the base of it where it's just like, oh, let me close this. To get the base of it where it's just a template and sort of like the image goes here and the text is here, and then I could always have Claude say, put it back into there and say, create me a, caption for this thing. Huh. Now it's a little bit better, but it's still very. This is not too bad, but yeah, it still feels very. I think I would have a better chance of picking a template on Claude. I mean, on Canva, and then just editing it. Now, this is not bad. I don't like the colors. This is cool. This is probably the coolest one. I don't like how dark it is. It's too dark. So let's keep going. Let's see. But this is promising. This one right here. And this is not bad. I like that. I even like this right here. AI won't replace boutique owners, but boutique owners using AI will replace those I don't. I'm kind of feeling that. Now this is cool. It's getting better. It's definitely getting better. It's feeling more, you know, it's feeling more. Yeah, I think keep the black backgrounds to a minimum. Question. I'm responding. This is I look through everything and I like this 21 AI won't replace boutique owners thing, but I have to tell it because it's creating carousels and I do not want carousels. I might accept these real covers, which could be cool to have, but I want it to mostly have single images that will make it a lot easier to schedule and post them. So we're just gonna give a little bit of instructions and then we're gonna let it continue and create all the posts and then I'll be back again. Okay, so we're gonna let it do its thing. And actually, I think I'm gonna just let it continue. I'm gonna take a little coffee break. I'm gonna eat something and then hopefully this will be completed. Okay, so of course, technical difficulties. My whole system just like froze and I don't know if it was recording. I don't know what happened. But anyway, we're going to get back to it. Okay, but anyway, we're going to open up Canva. Okay, so I'm sure exactly what happened between Claude and Canva. Maybe they had an argument or a fight or something. They broke up with each other. I don't know what happened. Okay, so there was some posts added. However, I feel like it said that it gave me 60 posts, but I don't see 60 posts. So, okay, so we're back. This is what we're gonna do. Among the among the designs that Canva created, I only just pulled out what I liked. I didn't see 60 posts, so I'm not sure. This I need to put somewhere else, my boutique in a week digital product, but for now, just put it in here with this folder. So there's only 12 posts. I'm pretty sure there's maybe I saw like maybe 20 maybe altogether, but I certainly didn't see 60 posts. But I'm pretty sure it's just one. So we're just gonna click inside here and we're gonna see. Yeah, this is just one post. So which is fine. So you are able to edit it. I mean, it's a pretty basic post. You know what I mean? Like, so what I think the issue is with this is that I think I think Claude was having a hard time like working within Canva and building things. So yeah, like it's okay. It's okay. Why don't we do this? But I mean, it's not really that great. So what I think I'm gonna do is somehow something went wrong, I feel like, inside of Claude because I saw some other posts and things that looked quite a bit better than what I'm actually seeing inside of Canva. Let's see this one. So that's interesting. You can actually just click on the link of where it created it. But yes, I did see those. But if you look at it, you can tell this only goes from 25 to 60. Like what happened to the rest of them? Sort of glitch, something that went wrong. But this is why I want to do this video because it's a tutorial, yes, on how to do it. But I also wanted to show the human element still has to be in there. This is why I wanted to show the full process and my first time using this because I wanted to show you there still has to be some sort of human element to this because it's still not, it's not to the level like what I want to do. Let's just see, let's see what this, let's click some of them that is not in there. Yeah, see how it's like it did all of this only to put some text on a white background. That's the issue with this. It's like, I think what it thought it was doing and what actually happened are two different things. Because if you look up here, see, and now it's disappeared. All of that work that it was doing has now disappeared. If you look at it, like all those posts that I saw, now these even, like where is this? Where are these? Where is this? See, maybe that's the problem. MCP app for Canva. Yeah, like all these. Look at this. This is even cool. Okay, so let's see what issues is happening right now. Okay, let's go to this link. Now look at that. Okay, so there's some technical difficulties going on right now. What I think I'm gonna do is now this is not bad. This is actually pretty cool right here. But yeah, like what happened to these posts? Even that's pretty cool. Like here it's fine, but for some reason when you actually go to look at it, okay, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can find it in here, but I did this actually in my Canva desktop, Claude desktop. So I'm trying to find out if in my chats. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go back to Canva. We are gonna take a look at. I only have 12 items in here, and I don't know if they're even great. They're not really great. They're not what I wanted. They're not what I intended. So what I'm gonna do is, and it's so odd because here, let's go over here. So it's saying 50 results, right? But I don't see 50 results inside of Canva. I highly doubt that these are actually in. I don't even know what this is. Like, what is this? See, this is the thing. They sell you on these ideas. Yeah, you can create all this, and then you go to do it, and this is the result. So it's not saying that it can't do it, but to batch it and to do large quantities of something, yeah. So that, I mean, it does get you something to work with, but would I say it's like the best game-changing thing in the world? No, it's in its beginning stages where you can get something to start with, but I wouldn't necessarily try to, I wouldn't say like, oh, you can just batch it. And so what I think the best course of action to do is always have your Canva brand kit done. It's just, it's something is broken with the whole connecting it to the Canva. Like, I don't even know why it's pulling up things that I've already created in Canva that have nothing to do with this whole plan. Like, so like when you go here and you say open in Canva, the only other thing I didn't like too as well is I didn't really like how it, I don't like how it separated every single post. I wanted it to be all in one file so that I could just see them all together as one, but I guess that's asking a bit much. So I think the number two things are to do, and I think the next, maybe not, I have some other videos I'm gonna do after this, but I definitely want to go into the Claude design and play with that and see how many I can create. And then maybe what I can do is go into Canva AI and then have the template that I create from Claude, then bulk create using Canva AI. So that, I think that's going to be the next iteration of how I'm going to work this. But I just wanted to at least show like the real, because I feel like a lot of people, they figure out how to do it like one good time, and then it's like you come in and try to do it and you're like, actually, look, the text is not the right color. This image is the entire background image. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's still work to be done. It's not like you can just grab it. It's like, even this doesn't, like, it's not cohesive. Like, this font is different from this font. So yeah, I think the biggest problem with this is it comes up with singular good ideas, like one thing. So I think that is the conclusion of this video. I just wanted to finish it out so you could see what it came up with. I mean, it has some good things. Like, this is something I can work with, but yeah, you're gonna have to work with it. There is no like, oh, I'm just gonna pop in here and have it pop out 60 posts and I'm good to go. It's not there yet, and I just wanted to show that. But it's still a tutorial about how to do it, how to connect it. But you're gonna have to do some work afterwards. So catch the next one, where I'm going to maybe go a little bit more in depth in some other topics, and then I'm gonna circle back to this and still try to get that whole month of content batched out quickly. That's the plan. So stay tuned.